guys, Max from HighOnAndroid.com, where we get on Android every day. Anyway, I posted the Pokemon GO cheat hack the other day, and I know a lot of you are having trouble because after you did the hack, it actually worked for you, but you can actually catch Pokemons, or you were having problems getting Pokecoins, or whatever. Now, the company behind Pokemon GO, Niantic, is actually soft banning users. They're not permanently banning users yet. They're banning people from 10 minutes to 60 minutes. Now, they're not going to do this manually, obviously, because so many people playing Pokemon GO. They're using several different methods. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how to not get banned, and we're going to go and talk about several ways that Niantic might be banning you, soft banning you. Now, I haven't gotten banned for some reason, maybe because I'm in Thailand, but if you're getting banned because you're in the US or maybe where there's a lot of Pokemon GO action, this video should help you. Now, before I begin, I don't condone use of cheat or hacks for any games, including Pokemon GO. The only reason I made the first video, because my daughter kept saying, "Oh, Daddy, I want to play Pokemon GO." We've been here in Thailand for almost 6 weeks now, and ever since when Pokemon GO came out, we started to play. For like 3 weeks, we were looking for Pokemon everywhere here in Chiang Mai. Went to Bangkok for 10 days. We found 0 new Pokemons. The only Pokemons we had was the Pokemon that came with the game, the first Pokemon they give you. Now, that was really disappointing because we couldn't enjoy the game. We couldn't play the game at all. So that is why I made a hack and the cheat, so I can actually try it. My daughter can play it. I mean, if you live in an area like New York City, where there's a lot of Pokemons, you can just walk out and, grab some Pokemons. I mean, you should not use your cheat or hack, but there are people like me who are traveling maybe, or who just want to try out the game without actually walking, or maybe I'm too busy, I don't have time, but I just want to try out how Pokemon GO works. This cheat hack is for those people, or people who are disabled, people maybe can't walk, have leg problems, or maybe where you live is too cold or too hot to walk around. For example, here in Thailand, it's above like 100 degrees every day. Nobody actually walks around here. Everybody's on a motorcycle or in a car. I mean, there are some places where you can walk around like indoors, but generally people don't like to walk around outdoors like all year long because it's too freaking hot. And I know I was reading through the comments, a lot of you live in Pokemon dead zones where there's like no Pokemon for miles. You live in the middle of nowhere, maybe you don't even get Amazon or UPS. Alright, the hacks and cheats are for those people. It's not so you can get to level 30, 40 quickly, and if that's your goal, they're gonna probably ban you anyways for too quickly, artificially getting your level up. Alright, with that aside, let's go ahead and talk about several ways the company Niantic is finding out how you are cheating. Number 1 method, GPS spoofing. Alright, when GPS spoofing first came out for Android, we used this thing called mock location in developer settings. Now, Niantic has actually patched that with the newer version of Pokemon GO. So my last video with the hack includes mock locations, which actually hides the mock location setting in your developer options. So the app cannot detect that you're actually spoofing the GPS. Now, I was reading through the comments of my last video, and a lot of you were getting soft banned. Now, a lot of you may have just kind of transported from, like, maybe you live in India and then transported to New York City. That could be why, or maybe you're transporting too much. A good way to do the hack is actually start a new account, set the GPS location where you're gonna play for most of the time, and then start playing. That way Niantic will not see that you're transporting all over the world. Just use your common sense, all right? So that's number 1, GPS spoofing. Don't transport anywhere, maybe make a new account, or if you're gonna transport, make it look like real, like you took an airplane. So do it like a day after your last play, then it sort of makes sense, all right? Niantic is probably using a bunch of algorithms to soft ban people automatically. So that's one of the ways that you could get banned. Now, the number 2 method I forgot to mention in my hack is that every time you play the game, you're actually talking to the Pokemon servers, which means you're actually giving them your IP address. So I'm in Thailand, if I am playing here, no matter how I change my GPS, Niantic is still gonna know my IP address is coming from Thailand. And they're gonna say, alright, if your GPS coordination doesn't match the IP country, they're gonna probably soft ban you. And I think that's probably what's happening to a lot of you. So an easy way to solve that is by using VPN. You can use a VPN server to make Niantic think that you're in New York, Chicago, LA, wherever. Also, there's a ton of VPN apps. There's also free VPN apps. But let me go ahead and show you how I do it. Let's go do this, baby. All right, guys, right now I'm connected to the Wi-Fi here in Chiang Mai, Thailand. I'm gonna go into whatismyip.com, right? And you will see my IP address there. You'll see that city is Chiang Mai and country Thailand. Now, when I activate my hack to say I'm in New York and play the game, Niantic will still know that you're playing from Thailand, so they'll know you're cheating. The easy way to get around this is to use a VPN service. Now, there's a bunch of free services you can use on Play Store. I'm just going to show you the one I'm using because I use a lot of VPN here. This is actually a pay service, IBVPN. Most of the VPN servers allow you to choose the location. So if I'm going to be playing in New York, I'm going to go ahead and choose one of these New York servers. So I'm going to go ahead and choose New York 2 and connect. Now what this will do is route all of my data through New York. So this way, anything that I use on my phone will look like it's coming from New York. It is going through New York VPN server. So it is actually going to New York. All right, so now if I go into what is my IP and go ahead and reload this, and you will see that my IP now is in New York City. So now when I launch the game, Pokemon Go, my GPS will be in New York, and also my IP will be in New York, so long as I don't transport somewhere really quickly or maybe pick up too many Pokemons. Niantic was not gonna ban you because it's not gonna set off their algorithm. So what we did here today is really talk about how Niantic could ban you. Also, another point, I was reading online that Niantic could read other sensors on your phone. Now with Android, you can actually control that. Let me go ahead and also show you that there. If you go into Settings, Apps, Application Manager. Now, if you go to any app, it's gonna show you all the permissions it has. So Pokemon Go app only has access to camera, contacts, location, storage. They cannot access my gyroscope, for example. They can't access anything else, all right? Now, this isn't on all the Androids. I believe it started with Lollipop and Marshmallow. So if you're using older KitKat, you may wanna update so you can control your app permissions. And thanks for watching this video. This video isn't all about hacking, cheating, whatever. By learning to hack and cheat games, you're actually learning a lot about how computers work, how IP addresses are being sent to the servers, how GPS coordinations work, how people can spoof. We're actually learning all of this information. And the reason why I made those hacks is because we learn a lot of things by doing these hacks. So don't take life too seriously. If you don't want to use cheats or hacks, that's fine. But if you did use it, I know you learned something about computers and Android. Have a great day. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up for me. And as always, stay. Oh, man.
Hi, click here to subscribe. Click here to subscribe.